cannot do all the good that the world needs, but the world needs all the good I can do. I cannot do all the good that the world needs, but the world needs all the good I can do. I cannot do all the good that the world needs, but the world needs all the good I can do. All the good I can do. All the love I can give. Good morning.
All right, good morning, everyone. Welcome to Unity Spiritual Center of Woodstock. We are a welcoming and inclusive community here at Unity, and please know that wherever you are on your spiritual path, you are invited to fully participate in all that we do here. My name is Kiley, and I will be serving as your platform assistant and doing the service today at Unity. So I'm kind of excited right now because if some of you probably all remember, last month I talked about not taking ourselves too seriously. And if you remember, I showed a photo and a billboard of Stephen Matthews, the guy with the big googly eyes on the billboard, okay? And in my talk that day, I specifically said, I don't know how he took this. He could have been ticked off and frustrated and embarrassed, or he could have been like, hey, this is going to bring me more business. He could have been lighthearted and fun about it. And I said, we may never know. Well, the universe gave me an answer. George, could we see the photo, please? Okay, so again, I'm excited because I got an answer here. One, I don't go on Facebook. I don't really use social media. However, one night, it just was one of those things where you're on your phone and then something just opens up on its own. Well, it was the Facebook app that I don't use. It opened up and I just happened to scroll and I saw something and I went back and this was it. Okay, so this is the post that I just happened to stumble upon. I'll read it for you. Hey guys, I reached out to Steven at Custom One Builders, and he thought the attention from the googly eyes on his billboard in Ringwood on Barnard Mill Road was hilarious. He happily agreed to own it with googly eyes of his own, and he took some pictures with us today. He's an awesome guy, and he and the Googly Eye Bandit have brought us a lot of laughs this last few months. Show him some love for his awesome sense of humor. So here he is in real time. He's wearing the same shirts. He has a haircut. He looks like maybe he's aged a little, and he's got some googly eye glasses on in real time. And then at the bottom, I assume are the folks that reached out to him that were excited about the billboard. So I was thrilled to not only to get an answer, but also to know that he was really lighthearted about it and that he has a smile on his face and he didn't take himself too seriously. So this was my update. It's not always you get to provide updates on things, and so I was really excited to bring you all an update on the googly-eyed bandit. So yes, thank you, Stephen, for being lighthearted and not taking yourself too seriously. Okay, so next, can we please have the 5 Unity principles up on the screen? And if you would all do this together with me, that would be fabulous. Number 1, there is only one presence and one power in the universe and in my life, God, the good omnipotence. The Christ Spirit lives within me. Thoughts held in mind produce after their kind. I experience God's presence and power through prayer and meditation. I put my faith into action by demonstration. So this definitely, for me, makes me think of the Christ Spirit lives within me. As we've discussed many, many times in the past, Christ didn't take himself too seriously, right? Stephen Matthews didn't take himself too seriously, even though someone put googly eyes on his billboard. And I think it's the same concept across the board, right? We can all have kindness and compassion in our hearts, and we can all be like Christ and say, you know what, hey, I'm just going out being the best that I can be and doing the best I can for the world and not letting things get to me too badly or to take it out on other people or if I feel slighted, etc. Right? So I do feel that this perfectly exemplified that. Humility, compassion, and a good sense of humor, which I think that Jesus Christ had as well. And so that was, I thought, the perfect example today of our 5 unity principles. So Unity Spiritual Center of Woodstock is a ministry based in prayer, and you are all invited to fill out a prayer request form at the prayer station located to the right of the doors of fellowship. You can just fill it out and drop it in the prayer box. Your request will be prayed over for 30 days by our prayer team and Silent Unity. So please feel free to go ahead and drop in any prayers or, like Kim's discussed in the past, celebrations, things that have been going well for you, and you just want to pray just to say, hey, thank you, for the universe or God bringing that into your life. You are all also invited to light a memory candle in the rear of the sanctuary. And so that will be lit every Sunday until it eventually burns out. And we just ask that you deposit $2 in the box that's underneath the candles, and we will take care of lighting that every Sunday for you. And up next, we would like to thank our wonderful AV team today, which is a single guy over here today. We have Mr. George Maligano. And the other half of the tag team is the music department head over here. We have Lori Gray Maligano today.
Promise myself to do my best, loosen my grip, give it a rest, find myself a soft place to fall. I promise myself to live it all. I promise myself some peace of mind. I make the choice to be loving and kind. With my arms around me from the start, I hear the sound of my very own heart. Every day, I'm ready to rise, I'm ready to shine with a smile on my face. I'm gonna walk on the sunny side, I promise myself. Oh, I promise myself to be so strong, nothing can keep me down for long. Toss the map and fortune I have. If I stumble and fall, then I'll have a good laugh. I promise myself to jump and dance, open up every time I get the chance. So much beauty in the world I see. If you need a helping hand, you can count on me. Every day, I'm ready to rise, I'm ready to shine with a smile on my face. I'm gonna walk on the sunny side, I promise myself. I'm gonna soften my heart, write my own song, do my part, keep rolling along. I am a gift, I give it my all. I promise myself I'll answer the call. Hello? Oh, hey. Yeah, you're pretty amazing. And I just wanted to make sure that you knew it too. Yeah. Have a great day. Every day, I'm ready to rise, I'm ready to shine with a smile on my face. I'm gonna walk on the sunny side every day. Oh, I'm ready to rise. promise myself. Let's join me on the chorus of Amazing Grace, Amazing Things. The words are up there. Amazing, amazing, you will do amazing things. Amazing, amazing, you will do amazing things. Let's do another round. Amazing, amazing, you will do amazing things. Amazing, amazing, you will do amazing things. You will do amazing things. Because you are amazing. So let's tune into our breath. Nice breath in, and let's remember, in this moment and in all moments, God is holding us. I'm held in love, I'm held in peace. God is holding me with every breath, with every step. God is holding me. 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 God is holding me.
We take this time now to close our eyes and go within. Take a deep breath in. And let it out. Maybe you will put your feet flat on the floor and your hands at your side or on your lap. And feel the heavy weight of life sink into the surface beneath you. And you're able to just be. As we sink further into the seat beneath us and allow it to hold us up, may we think of a happy moment. May we be immersed in the feeling of kindness, the feelings of compassion, maybe that others have shown us in our lifetime. And may we notice the the light, good feelings that can bring. The ease and comfort that we feel when the world shows us kindness. The feeling of someone on the street giving us a smile. It may bring a smile to your own face. It may bring joy, happiness, and a feeling of belonging to your heart. Allow yourself to bask in that feeling. Allow yourself to exist in that feeling here in this present moment, which is the only moment that truly exists. Not the negativity of the past, or the pressure or stress of the future. All that exists is now. And right now, there's a smile in our hearts, thinking about kindness that we have experienced, kindness that we have exhibited to others. And that's all that exists here and now. The weightlessness of allowing the surface beneath you to hold you up, and the thought of a warm, kind, compassionate moment in your heart and in your mind, in the here and now. A light, airy breath, letting go of any stress or worry that we may have in our bodies and in our minds or in our hearts. We can let it all go with one thought and one breath. And as we all start to bring ourselves back and open our eyes and look at the beauty of the sanctuary around us, we can all think about going back out into our lives and living in that moment of kindness, and bringing that out into the world around us. One more deep breath before we go back into our day. All right, we're all back. So earlier this week, my daughter Mabel and I, we were out taking a drive. Sometimes at night we like to go for a ride. It's like our little fun time, and we usually stop at Dairy Queen because we're addicted to sugar. But we were out running some errands, and we were in Fox Lake on Route 12, and there's tons of boats and things like that over there. It's the chain of lakes. And as we're driving, once again, I see a big sign. I feel like I'm realizing now that I see a lot of signs, quite literally, and that's what my talks are usually about. But I did see a big sign, and it said, free boats. And there were a bunch of big boats out there, like full boats, not little fishing boats, like full boats. And I was like, oh, wow, that's pretty generous. So as I saw this, I took a mental note of it. I know I'm not grabbing a boat. I don't even have a way to tow a boat. But I'm like, okay, like, let me reach out to Mabel's dad and let him know. He might be interested. I know he wants a boat. So I'm like, I'll reach out and let him know, So her and I went out, we ran our errands, got our ice cream, and then on the way back, of course, I'm like, oh, I'm going to stop by and take some pictures of the boats to send him so he can see, right? So I stopped to take some photos. It was pretty dark at this point, like pretty much pitch black. There weren't lights there or anything. So I pulled around, and I kind of parked my car and put my hazards on, and Mabel sat in the car. And I noticed there was another group they seemed very young. Like, to me, they looked probably young 20s. A bunch of guys, I think there might have been like a girlfriend or two in the truck. And they're trying to hook up the biggest boat to their truck. And he had like a big, nice truck too. So it seemed like, okay, this will work out. And so I walked around and I let them know, like, oh, I'm just taking pictures of the boats. I didn't want to freak them out. And so I walked around and I got my phone out and put the flash on, and I'm taking different photos of all the different boats that were there. And it took me a few minutes, and then I started to walk back to my car. And I went the back way because I wasn't trying to like walk right in between them. They were fiddling around with the trailer and everything. And as soon as I get pretty close to my car, one of the guys is like, excuse me. I'm like, oh yeah, what's up? And he's like, hey, we're like getting the boat hooked up to the truck, but there's just no way that the lights are working. Like, it's not communicating from the truck to the trailer and the boat, so there's no lights on the boat. And I was like, oh, okay. And he was like, do you think there's any way that you could drive behind us for us to take it down the street to Moretti's? And I'm like, we can park it there? And I was like, I didn't really think much about it. I was just like, sure, I can do that. And so I go back to the car and I get in, and Mabel's sitting in the passenger seat, and she's like, what were you talking to them about? And I told her what happened. I go, oh, they're just a bunch of young kids, and they're trying to get this boat, and they want us to follow them to Moretti's because they don't have lights. And she's like, what? She throws her seat back, leans all the way back so no one can see her. And she just acted like mortified that I said yes to this. Why would you say yes to them? And I was like, well, they're a bunch of young kids and they're trying to get a free boat. Like, that's cool. That's a cool opportunity for a bunch of young kids. Like, they got a truck to tow it. It comes on a trailer. Like, we got to help them out. She's like, I don't even get it. Why? Well, why do we even need to follow them? And I explained to her, well, if there's no lights on the boat, if a cop pulls behind them, they're going to get pulled over. It's just going to be a series of events that I don't think they want to have, right? And so I basically just said, we're doing it. Or just let's be nice, let's be kind. If you were trying to do something, whatever it is, and you had to ask someone for help, you would hope that they would say yes, right? That's for anyone or any circumstance. You don't want to get shot down. And so she was like, okay, fine. She still looked mortified, but so she understood where I was coming from, though, right? She got the point. Still a little uncomfortable for us to be following them down the street. But when the boat did, pull out onto the main road, I noticed the name on the back of the boat. George, here it is in all its glory, okay? It's called Loose Change. That's the name of this boat. And it immediately made me think about the name, loose change. It made me think about not necessarily only homeless people, but you've been asked. I think we've all been asked out on the street, like, hey, do you have any loose change, any spare change? Help me out. And it made me think of that. That's where I went to. And immediately at that moment, I'm like, okay, well, this is what I'm going to be talking about, right? I want to ask you all a question. When was the last time that someone showed you unexpected kindness? Whether it was helping out with a jump, a tow, whether it was someone opening up a door for you at the store, or just, a smile, or maybe someone just showing up for you when you felt completely alone. If you're anything like me, you can remember these moments even years later. And why is that? Well, it's because kindness is not just a nice gesture. It's soul food, right? It feeds us. It feeds our soul. It reminds us that we are seen, that we are valued, and that we're part of a much bigger picture than just the here and now in our daily routines. We're connected to something much bigger than ourselves. Yet the world around us is constantly telling us, look out for number one. Look out for yourself. Don't get involved in other people's problems. Don't involve yourself. Just protect yourself, protect your own. Right? That's kind of what we hear quite a bit. We live in a culture of self-protection and self-promotion. And while healthy boundaries are great, if we follow that message too far, we risk forgetting one of the most sacred truths of life, that we were created for each other. So every spiritual tradition, whether it's the teachings of Jesus, the Buddha, the teachings of the Quran, the Torah, they all place compassion at the very heart of what it means to live a meaningful life. No matter what you practice, they all pretty much say the same thing at the root. In the Christian tradition, Jesus didn't just say, love your neighbor when it's convenient for you. He said, love your neighbor as yourself, placing the well-being of others on equal footing with the well-being of our own. And he didn't stop there. He said, love your enemies. And that's not casual kindness. That's pretty radical compassion and kindness. From a spiritual perspective, kindness isn't optional. It's our nature as human beings. The divine spark within us is designed to flow outward. When we close ourselves off to, kindness and helping others and only caring for ourselves, we're cutting off the river of life that's meant to go through us, right? That's the flow of everything, not just how kind you are, but that cuts off your flow of abundance. It cuts off your flow of moving forward in life. Because if you cut yourself off to being kind and being vulnerable and open-hearted to the world and to those around you, you're cutting yourself off to all of the goodness that's yours inherently by being a part of God, a child of God, the divine spark. But here's the reality. The world doesn't make, compassion very easy. We're surrounded by messages that glorify independence to the point of isolation. We're told that success is climbing higher and higher and higher, even if that means we're stepping on and crawling over others to get where we think we need to go. We're taught to measure our worth in likes and followers and our possessions and our worldly things, rather than, the quiet, small acts of love that we show in the shadows when no one's looking, whether that be to someone else or even to ourselves. just as important to care about ourselves and to care for others, right? Like we have to be good to ourselves. We can't give from an empty cup, right? We have to fill ours first as well. Because of this, that kindness can start to feel a little bit risky at times. You overthink it a little bit. What if they take advantage of me? Or what if I give and I get nothing in return and it was just a waste? What if it makes me look weak? I don't know if you've ever felt like that. We don't want to look weak, right? We got to be strong and tough. But from a spiritual view, kindness is never weakness. It's divine strength. When we choose compassion in a self-centered world, we're directly resisting fear, which is the opposite of love, and separation. We're saying, I will not let the darkness around me dictate the light that is within me. We've all seen lives change from, even a single act of compassion. We all have stories, right? Of something we've seen, someone being helped on the street, somebody that was in danger, whatever it may be. We've all seen these sort of acts, and hopefully we've all been part of one, at least once in our life. Kindness doesn't just help the receiver of the kindness and the compassion. It transforms the person giving it. You can feel that difference in you when you do something good. When we act from compassion, we are essentially aligning ourselves with the heart of God and the flow of the universe. We're in flow. I don't know if you've ever been in flow where things are just really going well and everything's like aligning. It's the best feeling in the world, at least for me. There is truly, in my opinion, nothing better than that feeling when you're just like, divinely aligned. I am where I'm supposed to be. And you can feel it because you're seeing it lining up in your life. It's an interconnected web, isn't it? And we're also, when we do this, we're reminded that we are not small. We're not individual beings. We're not selfish things. We're vast and expansive, and we're meant to hold others. And the beautiful paradox is that in a world that says, take care of yourself first, spiritual truth says that when we care for others, we actually are caring for ourselves. And why is that? Because we are all part of one body, one family, one divine creation. We're all a part of Source, right? So helping others is helping ourselves, and so on and so forth. So how do we do this? How do we live with both kindness, compassion, when the noise of the seemingly selfish world around us tells us to harden our hearts and be tough and don't ever worry about anyone else, you worry about you, right? How do we do that? We can start small, just a small thing, a smile to someone on the street, right? A word of encouragement for somebody that you know, whether they're going through it or not. You never know. Letting someone go ahead of in line. Isn't that awesome when you go to the store and you have like a banana and like a thing of milk and the guy in front of you's got like 3 carts and they're like, oh, you can go ahead. You're like, oh, no, it's okay. And no, go ahead. Secretly, you're like, thank God, because I don't have to wait behind that. But, these are all ripples. They travel out further than I think we all realize. Makes a difference, right? It's like paying it forward. We can see people and really see them. Not just their situation, but their humanity. When we speak to people, sometimes it's uncomfortable, and I think the further and further we're getting along into our human evolution, looking people in the eyes is getting more difficult for people, especially younger generations. And at times it is awkward, but it makes a big difference. When someone looks into your eyes, they're recognizing like you're a human being just like I am, and I'm connecting with you into your soul through your eyes. They say they're the window to the soul. And you can feel that when you look into someone's eyes. You're acknowledging their worth, right? We can be generous with grace. Everyone is out there carrying burdens that we know nothing about. Some of them are much deeper than others, but we all have them. And you know what? We can't see them, but sometimes the greatest kindness is to just be there with someone without judgment. No matter what the circumstances are, we're all going through things that people don't know anything about. And staying rooted in spirit, right? Pray, meditate, read, books that are spiritual, listen to things, podcasts, whatever it may be. If you stay rooted and grounded in that, it's going to help you to reconnect to the source. Because when you're not really connected, at least for me, I start to feel just much more bogged down. Life gets you down way, way, way quicker and easier when you're not really rooted in and you're not keeping yourself invested into your spiritual practice or even just taking in spiritual information. I'll be real, I've been feeling that way lately. I've been feeling like, I haven't been listening to as much of my, my spiritual-based books, and I haven't been listening or reading as much of this or that or doing as much meditation. And I start to feel like, I'm feeling very 3D matrix right now, like stuck here in this physical world. So the more that we can do that, and the more that we stay in that, the easier it's going to be to show kindness and compassion, because we're going to really see each other as a part of us and a part of the source, all in one. Kindness isn't just a trend, right? It's not a good habit, and it's not something we should just tack into our lives like a check mark, right? It's the lifeblood of our existence. Sometimes easier than other times, but when the world says only care for yourself, we can all stand as living proof that there is a better way. A way of love, a way of compassion, a way that reflects the heart of the divine, no matter what the circumstances. Sometimes things are tricky, especially with the ones that are closest to us, right? Not that we intentionally take advantage, but sometimes it's easy to not be kind to the people that are close to us, probably because we know that they're going to be stuck with us anyway. So if we're kind of bratty or we're kind of a little rough or not as kind or compassionate as we can be, it's because we know, well, they love us, they're my family, and vice versa. So it's really important that we always make sure to hold all those ideas in mind and apologize when we're wrong. Say, I love you, I'm sorry. I'm going to take this time now to tell my daughter, Mabel, I love you, and I'm sorry I took your phone. And I know you're really, really upset with me for that, but I love you, and I hope you know I'm doing it for your own well-being. So we can all take these moments to just think about the things that would make us feel a little lighter, right? And show love to the people that we love and even the ones that we don't. Okay, because we all come from the same place. So may we leave here today with our hearts soft and our spirits ready, not just to be kind when it's easy, but to be radically kind when it's costly. Because every act of compassion is a small rebellion against the selfishness of the age and a step toward the kingdom of heaven here and now. So please go out into the world making sure that you share your loose change with those around you.
Is kindness, my church is nature, my God's a feeling that's deep inside. My job's to be conscious, my path is forgiveness, my religion is kindness, I practice it every day. Everyone has a story, everyone has pain. When we strip away our mask, we find we're really all the same. It's those little things we say or do that can mean so much. much. My religion is kindness. My church is nature. My God's a feeling that's deep inside. My job's to be conscious. My path is forgiveness. My religion is kindness. I practice it every day. Today I'm gonna ask myself, what more can I do to be a radiant child of God and let my love shine through? Gonna let my heart be my guide to give the best of me. Gonna share my joy, share my love, give it boundlessly. My religion is kindness. My church is nature. My God's a feeling that's deep inside. My job's to be conscious. My path is forgiveness. My religion is kindness. I practice it every day. Jack and Jill went up the hill to fetch a pail of water. Jack fell down and broke his crown, and Jill came running after. Said, Jack, tell me, what can I do to help ease your mind? He said, hold my hand and just be kind. I know that I'll be fine. My religion is kindness. My church is nature. My God's a feeling that's deep inside. My job's to be conscious. My path is forgiveness. My religion is kindness, and I practice it every day. My religion is kindness, and I'm gonna practice it every day. I can always use more practice.
All right. Thank you so much, Lori. Today's music was perfect. Super upbeat. She's always great, but today was like especially upbeat and fun, so thank you very much. So now is the time we're going to be doing tithes and donations. We welcome your gifts and donations. You are invited to give a fair percent of your income to support everything that we do here at USCW. And if you're online, you can go to unitywoodstock.org and you can click on the donation button to donate online. If you are a guest here, please do not feel obligated. You're a guest. But you do know here that we are self-supporting, and that percentage of your income that you give, that you provide, directly supports all of the services, events, all of the fun things that we offer here and that you help us to create. So it supports everything like that we do here. So if you're here in the sanctuary with us, could you please take out your gift and place it in your hands as we bless your gift here? And for those of you at home, hold your gift in your heart. We will acknowledge these blessings with a prayer. Divine love flowing through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. The greeters will gratefully accept your gift at this time. Okay. For these gifts and all of you givers, we say, let's warm our hands up. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. Amen. All right, announcement time, Mr. George. All right. Today, we are the Off-Square Music rain location. So let's keep our fingers crossed. No rain, but if so, we will be doing it here. Saturday, August 16th is our free-for-all at 9 a.m. Sunday, August 17th is our 10 a.m. service. Kim Josiwiak will be the guest speaker that day, and a potluck will follow. Yum, so bring all your goodies. And that is a youth ministry Sunday as well, so all the kiddos can come for youth ministry. Thursday, August 21st, 12 o'clock noon is the men's group gathering. That's going to be at Three Brothers Restaurant in Woodstock. And then Friday, August 22nd is our board meeting at 6 p.m. We had to move that one. Saturday, August 23rd at 10 a.m. is the Christ Mind Study Group. Sunday, August 24th is service at 10 a.m. and Reverend Tom will be here speaking. Sunday, the 31st of August, that's a 10 a.m. with a guest speaker. That's Marissa Snook. She will be back. She was here with us last month. Saturday, September 6th is World Peace Day on the Woodstock Square. And Miss Mary has been working tirelessly on all of the details. And Lori. I know there's a lot of people involved. So we're excited about that on the 6th. Sunday, September 7th is a regular 10 a.m. service with Reverend Tom speaking that day. It is also a youth ministry Sunday, and that's Earth Care Recycling Sundays. Okay, do we have Jackie here today, our prayer chaplain? I don't see her. Okay, well, if we don't have Jackie here, that is no problem. If anyone would like a customized prayer about anything, whether it be something positive, negative, it doesn't matter. You can absolutely find me after the service, and we can go aside and just have a custom prayer that is just between us if you would like to do that. So you can just go ahead and find me if so. And I'm going to have everyone now go ahead and stand for our prayer of protection and the peace song. If you would like to hold hands within your rows, you absolutely can. And if you do not have to. Prayer for protection. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. And so it is. Amen.